Hi there, Ronnie here, coming at you with a video. I have just watched a video from another YouTuber talking about problem GMs. Now, most of this user's advice falls into the category of duh, but two pieces of advice that he makes I find worrying. And I did a message to this poster, so calling him out on these two things, but I thought I'd make a video specifically on these 2 points. The 2 points he made, the first one he made is that if there's an argument going on at a table over an interpretation of a rule, his advice is, GM should just, make a decision. Doesn't matter what the decision is, just make a decision to calm the situation down. What nonsense. Yes, GM should make a decision, but it should be the right decision. It should be a decision where you look at the rule that's being argued over, you look at it logically, you come to a conclusion, you explain why you've come to that decision, and lay it down, and that's it. It's not a case of coming up with any decision, it's coming up with a decision that makes sense to you, and you say, right, this is the ruling, I can see where you're coming from, but here's the way I interpret it, this is why I interpret it that way, that's the way it's being done, get on with it. That's the way it's being done, get on with it. And that's it, folks. That's all it is. Simple as that. But my bigger bugbear is with the other point. If you have a problem player who's bullying or being obnoxious or anything like that, this guy's advice: yell at the player. Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of fucking games is this guy being involved in? You never yell at players as a GM, ever. The only time you yell as a player as a GM is if you're playing an NPC who likes to yell a lot. If someone is being a bully, if someone is being aggressive, obnoxious, divisive, whatever, you calmly, firmly lay down the law. And if they don't adhere to it, you calmly, firmly ask them to leave. You don't yell, for fuck's sake. Seriously? What kind of game's this guy been in? I was watching this video and I'm going, I could feel the sort of, the anger rising. And yes, I did feel like yelling, and I've done a bit of yelling here, but what you do is more what I'm doing now. You talk in an even, measured tone. Firm, calm, lay down the law. That's what you do. As a GM, you have to. You lay down the law, you diffuse the situation, calmly, firmly, take the heat out of the situation. Lay down the law. Personally, I tend to take the player to the side and say, calmly, firmly, it's not on, mate. It's not on. Either play nice or leave the table. And that's the way it has to be. So I'm flabbergasted by this video. I mean, it's from someone whose obnoxious kind of view of the world has got them kicked from varying Facebook groups. But those 2 points especially really got under my skin. And it made me wonder if that's the way that he runs his games. If he's someone who, if there's a conflict, makes any decision, doesn't matter if it's the right one or the logical one, just makes any damn decision. And if he's someone who, when there's a player who is being obnoxious or bullying, he yells at them, then no wonder, first of all, no wonder he got kicked. But who wants to play with the GM like that? It's just bad GMing. It really is. It's really, really bad GMing. A decent GM, a good GM, will never yell at a player. Calmly, firmly lay down the law, yes. Yell at a player? Never. It's obscene. Yes, they might sort of loudly emphasize a word for comedic effect. I've seen that happen. But, to be honest, if you have to yell at a player, then you've lost the table. You've lost the table. If you're the kind of person who yells at players, you have no right to be a GM. Simple as that. You simply don't have the right to be a GM. No player should put up with that. So that's my view on those 2 things. I found the video obscene. I mean, it's part of core with this particular poster, but I found it obscene. And enough. As I say, most of the rest of the it, I can put down as fairly non-plus information. There's nothing that people don't already know. But yeah, I have to call them out on the this notion that you should yell at players. That's simply not on.